honesty at all costs, right? Honesty is really difficult at times, and I'm bringing this subject matter up because when sometimes honesty gets us in trouble. I mean, sometimes our honesty has ramifications, right? And when we first get to the place where we know we need to make some major changes in our life, we realize that honesty may have some ramifications for us, even potential jail time, or I don't know, whatever. Coming clean with your wife, or your husband, or your business partner, or the way that you've mismanaged or cheated in taxes. There's a lot of ways to clean up the wreckage of the past, and there are some that we want to avoid. Specifically for me, I owed the IRS, let's just say, when I first got sober, just a few months, I got audited by the IRS, and I had done some dishonest or shady things. I used to believe I was dancing in the gray area, but the truth is I was intentionally trying to manipulate things to be the greatest benefit to myself. It's a pretty human trait. We always seem to, twist things to our betterment. But I knew when I got clean and sober that the only way I was going to stay clean and sober was to get right in all these aspects of my life and to not hold on to any ideas of my own that I thought were okay. Now, just so you know, the fact that a hammer costs the federal government $300 or $89 for a roll of toilet paper just because of the bureaucracy and all that. By the way, I'm fabricating these numbers, but I have heard some ridiculous stuff. I used to feel as if like I was somewhat justified in sort of, becoming crafty in the way that I handled, my finances and my business dealings. And I mean, we're talking a long time ago, but I remember I got audited by the IRS, and I remember the feeling of meeting with the auditor, knowing in advance that I was going to have to just honest things truthfully and accurately to the best of my ability, and that could potentially, have financial consequences to it. And so I did. And you know what, people, I want to mention this too, because so often people think about their own personal circumstance and they're like, but things happen to me like one after another, right? Like things happen to me as a snowball. This was my experience. Just lost my company, living in my mom's house. Everything got taken from me. I'm in the middle of a lawsuit with my previous business partner. And then the IRS audits me, right? So we are talking about compound drama. But even in that, I knew that in order to be healed, and in order for me to be upstanding in all aspects of my life, in all of my affairs, right? I needed to get this one right. And so the IRS came, audited me, and lo and behold, I owed just under $100,000, right? Now, I was able to wiggle here and there, and not get out of it negatively, but they were able to forgive certain areas and this and that. But nonetheless, I owed $78,000, $79,000. It was a crazy time. And at this point, as you know, if you've been listening to my videos, I was making $15 an hour, right? I had kids to support and all kinds of stuff. So being able to pay this back seemed like a pipe dream, especially in the fact that I had blown up my life and didn't have any ability at the time to possibly come back from this. So anyways, I believed in a big God and in a little problem, right? So I was told that God owns the mountains and the cattle on 1,000 hills. And so his economy is not like my economy. So I believed that I could trust in God and he would come through in the end, right? It took me about 5 years, 4.5, 5 years until I was able to fully pay off my obligation. And it was difficult. But I did it because I knew that in order for me to get to the next stage or the next place that God had for me, I had to be fully transparent and honest. And then down the line, like, God shows you new things that like maybe you didn't realize you weren't being so honest about. But the bottom line is rigorous, brutal, transparent honesty is the only way that we get to walk this thing out and get true victory. God bless you guys. Have a great one. We'll do this again. Subscribe. It's right underneath. It's right there. Subscribe, like, and share. God bless.